we're going through the ANRP party in the office, so we're trying to read about what the party stands for, and we actually wrote in a few points.
Right.
Well, allow my colleague from Youth Next to share ideas with you.
Great, thanks.
So my question is, why should we believe that you'll be able to achieve what other parties haven't been able to achieve? And technology, how will we reach out to the other people that don't have access to this technology? Because there's a lot of people in Nigeria that don't have access to technology.
Right, yeah. Okay.
Let's not get have a phobia for the word technology. Technology can be simple. You understand? So what we're not saying we're going to deploy high tech that people can understand, but there's simple things that are available today. You can simplify it to the level of people at the grassroots to enhance and change their lives. It's about understanding their needs, understanding their wants, and now creating that little technological difference that will change their life. Just like Mr. Adadu said when he was talking about the farmers. These are grassroots rural people, but they have a phone. So it was just through the text message that they were able to ensure that they got fertilizers, they cut out the middle, and they got it at a reasonable price. And that increases considerably the produce because they were able to do more with the money they had when they had that they saved from cutting out the middleman. So we're talking about deploying technology as at when is needed, taking cognizance of the needs of the people.
Again, let me quickly add that, some of the little, well, first of all, everybody knows that Nigeria cannot keep selling crude oil, right? And then you now wait and say, it's $40 today. Oh, we can't pay salaries. It's madness, absolute madness, right? So everybody believes that, okay, if you must sell this crude oil, you've got to add value. Oh, we can't sell the crude oil. And then we import refined petroleum and diesel and all of that. And you can see where we are today. It's become a zero-sum game. Whether crude oil goes up, we can't sell, we begin to have a problem at the pumps and people are agitating. If it goes down, we can't pay salaries. We even wonder, even when it goes up, even right now, they can't pay salaries and they can't even sell fuel to people. Our take on technology, if we begin to talk now, we won't finish today. But we're also talking about the need for us to think, for our universities to deploy and polytechnics, and for us to begin to use what we learned in school. University of Ibadan was founded in 1948 as University College. Till date, Nigeria cannot produce anything. What have we been studying and graduating with? What are our university students actually doing presently? We have a problem with the energy power sector, right? And what's our best solution? We go and import large power plants from abroad. And Nigeria has borrowed money into the future. If you talk to the Minister of Finance today, she tells you how they've borrowed money into 40 years. We don't have to pay the 40 years. The 40 years. Simple thing like ghost workers. A report in 2015 said there were 140,000 ghost policemen in Nigeria. 140,000 ghost policemen, 2015, during just about when Jonathan was going to leave. Go and Google it. All right? Out of about 450,000. Now, in the civil service, the present government said they have found 50,000 ghost workers. Every government comes and tells you how they have caught ghost workers. The former government said they found 60,000 ghost workers. It is actually becoming impossible to eradicate ghost workers in Nigeria. An ordinary Excel package, well deployed, will fix this if they want to fix it. The point now is, by the time they have all these resources, every year, almost every ministry, department, and agency, they budget billions for new software. I've never seen where you buy software every year. You can see the work that a place like Center for Social Justice under Ezeyepere, that collating a lot of these things, like Budget IT, the guys in Budget IT, collating, it's right. So if you ask me, how are we going to make a difference? See, I think the first thing to do is to try, right? I always say, if you're not at the races, you can't win. If you don't show up, I can win. I can run faster than Usain Bolt with my big tummy. But the point is, of course, I couldn't win him in a race. Maybe we're running and he's almost breasting the tape and he pulls a muscle, right? and I clamber and winning. But if I did not show up at the race, how am I going to win it? So the point is, if we want to make a difference, we have to first of all offer ourselves. Number two is going to be the cornucopia, the entire smorgasbord of ideas that we are trying to offer. That's how you be able to say, okay, you've gone to our website. Okay, I like this guy. This guy seems to be, okay, no, this one is not too good. Then we're also open. So we're open. If you join us today, we have over 250 WhatsApp groups all over Nigeria. In fact, it's expanding every day, even in some local government, in some wards. The discussion is going on. It's not easy. That is the work that we're doing right now in creating our own platform. It's not easy. You're going to see some people come on the WhatsApp group and say, what nonsense are you people discussing since yesterday? Then the fights will happen. Then we will morph and we will numb and we will calm people down and talk something reasonable and keep moving on. It's not easy, but I believe that we are first in many things. We're the first party in Nigeria that would have the numbers being shown openly, verifiable, database. We can print it for you in 5 minutes if you want, right? I can show it to you in 1 minute if you want to see it. Number two, we're the first party with an app in Nigeria. We're the first party with these numbers of discussion on WhatsApp going on Telegram in this country. We're the first party that's giving any accountability around party finances in this country. We're the first party in this country. By the time we were registered and given, we were 27,000 numbers. Let me tell you how they open parties in Nigeria. If you guys would conspire together and say, well, let's go and open this party. It's okay, let's then they will now go and put INEC under pressure and obtain the certificate and come and say, we have this certificate, come and join us. No, that's not what we did. We were together pursuing the certificate. We're 27,000 people. Okay, pursuing this certificate. So by the time when we ask, who's your pioneer member? We have 27,000 plus pioneer members. Who is the big man behind you? There's no big man. These are the people. Well, some of them are big men anyway, in their own rights. But these are the gentlemen and ladies involved, and there isn't more to this. And so I believe strongly that we can make that difference.
Okay, but you said these are the gentlemen. Oh God, you gave that. That's the quality. Long before APC came into power, it was as if they had the magic wand, to solve the problems of Nigeria. And one of the mistakes as Nigerians we made is that we did not decide to probe into every statement they make, and to probe into the economic implications of most of the statements made by these parties. And I think we were not ready as Nigerians to make the same mistake, and that is why my comment will go straight into probing those things. You talk about political ideology being constructive pragmatism.
Yeah.
Although to me it's really sounded very vague.
Okay.
Because
creative disruption.
Yeah. When talk about political ideology, it's like I said, it sounded very vague because it was not really given. Okay, how do we intend, for instance, to solve the problem of mass poverty, in Nigeria? Because APC also wrote on similar board that we intend to solve mass poverty rather than solving it. They created much more embarrassing, phenomenon. So I think one of the things we need to look into now is that how do we intend to solve the problem of mass poverty? And another thing, you made mention of, is the question of what you said. You are trying to look at the policies of Nigeria, and I don't think you gave us the policy upon which ANRP is supposed to be built on. A specific one to be precise, because currently now Nigeria's economic policy is majorly structured on generally neoliberalism. It's killing our oil industry. It's neoliberalism, killing our oil industry, killing our education sector, and virtually every other sector. Neoliberalism wrecked Greece.
Exactly.
Even Financial Times, June 2016, admitted that neoliberalism in the past few months had created more problem than solution. And of course, you are quite enthusiastic in making a position that we need to then how others are doing in other countries, how they are solving their problems in quotes, in other countries. And I say that in Nigeria, probably one of our problems is that we have learned too much, way too much. from what other countries are doing. I mean, we learned from them SAP, and we have not really gotten out of the problems created by SAP, the structural.
We didn't learn SAP, it was foisted.
And through our leaders actually. So we didn't accept. Nigerians resisted it, but our leaders imposed it nevertheless. So we learned SAP from them. We took it from the West. Even our legal system, we are still battling with the fact that we learned the current structure of our legal system. In fact, we are still wearing that wig and all of those other nonsenses. And which means that there is really a need for us as Nigerians to develop a genuine economic model. You get it, that can carry along even the most disadvantaged section of the population. And whatsoever economic model we intend to build, in which really we need to spell it out, and not hide it under any vague terms. We need to spell it out. Whatsoever economic model that still has a thing of neoliberalism, I think it's not something that can under no condition work for Nigeria. You also talked about the question of technology. Personally, I don't really think I get the context with which you are using this technology. Probably I don't know. Probably you are saying, okay, you are using this technology as a means of as a way in which, as one of the major way to build upon, as a major way to build our industry. Let me put it this way: I don't know if you intend to use technology to anchor it upon economic development, which will mean that Nigeria would also join the committee of nations that are also going to be technology producing industry, or probably you just intend to use Western technology, to connect our respective system. But whichever one we intend to do is fine. But I think what is primary is to ensure that even Nigeria as it is, we need to go beyond discussing the question of making bigos and pencils in 2019. It's quite absurd.
I'd like to answer some of those. I think it started from first of all, you started from the ideology. Again, sometimes there's this what they call cognitive dissonance in terms of the different kind of cognitive dissonances, and one of it is that sometimes we want to get the full picture of something, boom, like that. It's not everything that can be explained in a 4-minute elevator pitch, right? As a matter of fact, ANRP is a university on its own. There's so much information to consume, absorb, refine, that the only way you practice, it's difficult to say everybody in ANRP has a total picture. Even I, as a national chairman, by God's grace, I learn every day, and sometimes some people challenge the positions that I've held, and they say, no, God, you say that, okay. I think, like Alvin Toffler said, the illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read or write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. So when we say constructive pragmatism, we can also say constructive and positive pragmatism. People like to hear ism when they're talking about ideology. But people's mind seems to be locked into socialism, liberalism, neoliberalism, neo-socialism, capitalism, neo-capitalism. We said we don't want to do with any of these words. And I explained very clearly, when I was discussing this, I said, guys, the United States, nobody goes to bed hungry if you don't want to. Because if you are down on your luck, except you want to sleep outside, there are many homeless people. A lot of them are on drugs as well. But why is it that as a capitalist country, selling neoliberalism, the Chicago School of Thought, the Freemanians, I'm an economist too, right? In spite of that, they realize that there are some of the members of their society who will not be able to compete like the rest of the people. And they said, listen, rather than leave these people to be on their own, let us make a provision for them. They call it elite consensus. The big men come together and say, listen, if we want to enjoy this our wealth, we need to do something about these people. We don't have any of such in Nigeria. And everywhere in the world, when you go in the Scandinavians, for example, you see a lot of that. They call them social democrats, most of them. Norway, Finland, The focus in those places is on our people happy. They mention happiness. That's it. So please, our ideology is very clear, but it's very complicated. You got to sit down and think about it. All right? It's not about sending highfalutin words. It's about constructive pragmatism in terms of we are focused on things that are constructive, but we are ready to take what is best from what works for other people, and we're going to leave the rest. We're not neoliberalists. We're not a people that will come and tell the whole of Nigeria, go to the market will solve your problem. Market forces which don't exist now. For us to fight Boko Haram, we are begging countries up and down, please sell us helicopter, please, Oga, please. The man say, no, I'm not selling you guys a helicopter. As if we won't collect his money. We can't even manufacture the bullets that will take after those people. We have a defense industry that now manufactures salt or furniture. So listen, the subject of technology should be thrown back to the youth. For them to say, for you to enjoy every technological improvement, every new app that comes, every new gadget. And let me tell you, Nigerian youth, we use more gadget than the youth of elsewhere. People who have no jobs are carrying iPhone 7, iPhone 8. Worth thousands of dollars, and it's nothing to them. They have 2 or 3. It's the time for Nigerian youth to run and to think and run around the subject of this technology and the fact that the world has left your crude, it is our crude thing. We want to manufacture, to grow yams. It takes 9 months for yam to germinate, to mature. Just how many shiploads of yam do you need to buy one Toyota Prado? And Toyota Prado will probably sell for about 50 million today. Each tuber of yam, if you want to sell it on the streets today, I think I still bought some a couple of days back on my way back from Ondo State, was 200 naira, 250. Now, divide 50 million by 250 and it will tell you how many tubers of yam you need. Now, we're sending someone to the village to go and farm. In order to grow those yams for 1 year, his life depends on it. To bring it to town when there's going to be a glut. Even the equipment that we use, like grinders and all of that we use to process our food, we have to buy from abroad because, listen, the old grinding machine that they used to grind peppers since I was growing up more than 40 years ago is still the same thing. Nobody has innovated anything. The next innovation we need as a people is going to have to come from abroad. We're living on borrowed time. That's the reason why we're taking this risk to form this party and say, listen, we know that we're living on borrowed time. And not only that, we're digging. Say, when you're in a hole, stop digging, not Nigeria. In the budget for this year, 2018, there's a provision of more than 400 billion naira to buy new cars, just to make the people who lead you comfortable, whether the politician or the top civil servants. Just new cars. Between there's this van that they like to buy. They're even specifying they want Prado, they want Land Cruiser. We can't produce even the tire. There used to be Dunlop and Michelin in this country. Now they're gone. So you won't put me under pressure on that because I will put you, the youth, under pressure. So even in university, Google was started in the university in Stanford. Facebook was started in the dormitory in Harvard. There are more than 100 great inventions that were started in the university. Our professors are teaching things that have expired. And sometimes I begin to think that the problem with Nigeria actually is inside, embedded in the academia. To teach expired knowledge and keep recirculating that, and to ensure that they don't actually impact on the larger society. So I'll leave it at that. Yeah, accept my.
Let me Thank you so much. If you continue to listen to you, will not leave your. It will be a vigil tonight.
No, but really, this issue of technology is really, it's really very. Sorry, Oga Segun, it's really. See, listen. Take technology, take it into information dissemination. Take technology, take it into fraud prevention and fraud detection, into forensics. Take technology and take it into production of the things that we need as a people. Take technology, take it into communication. Where can you not deploy it? However, we're not talking about the arcaneness. That's not, it's arcane. Oh, we're not doing that. It's not about going to buy some app from abroad. It's about Think into the
So much.
process.
Thank you so much. That's impressive. And just before I move to the next person, I just wanted to add something. You said that in other countries they're already considering elite consensus. Where
They've done that a long time ago.
Yes, the happiness of others is what is.
Absolutely.
We are also there. In Imo State, somebody just whispered to me that we have Ministry of
Of
Happiness.
happiness.
And that brings me to the lecturer in the house, because you also criticize professors that they are teaching
Oh
expert
yes,
theories.
he's my friend.
Lecturer, Mr. Modi, what would you want that the government does so that the academia can produce something that can push us forward technologically?
Well, thank you very much. It's been interesting watching and hearing from you guys.